In our next video, we'll be demonstrating our chicken picatta, which is a nice grilled chicken breast, and we cover it with a beautiful sauce made of capers, lemon, white wine. Okay, now we're gonna do our sauce for our chicken picatta. So the picatta sauce, beautiful dish for the summer. So it'll be very good addition to our menu. We'll start with butter. We are using unsalted butter because it is very important to consider salt content. We are using lemon juice. We are using caper. It's already a little bit high in sodium. So we're melting our butter nicely. There you go. We're gonna add some onion, and same idea of the rest of our recipe, which for me it is very important to sweat the onion to make sure we got the flavor out, release the sugar from the onion, and that's why onion tastes so good, because it's a nice vegetable to do sauces. It goes in about every sauces, as you're gonna notice, but it's a good start. French people, they do French shallot, but if we would do shallot, it would drive the cost kind of a little bit too high because they're nice, but they're very expensive. So we're gonna let it sweat nicely. The butter will get all the flavor from the onion, and then we'll be ready for the next step. Look at that, it's nice and creamy. I already start smelling beautiful aroma. So now we gotta deglaze with a white wine. We're using a dry white wine, okay? So now I'm in old school, so what I like to do is I like to really cook the wine. I don't like raw wine in my food. Some occasion, yes, a little touch of red wine at the end, but like when I cook with wine, usually I like to cook it so it actually brings into the dish that you make, and not only do you taste it, and the only thing you taste is wine. So I'm gonna reduce this for a little bit. Right. So our wine has cooked, and it's not because we're reducing it and we cook in the wine that there's no more alcohol in it, by the way. So we're adding water to it. So there is always still a little bit of alcohol. If you say, well, I didn't have much alcohol, well, it's still in there. As you can see, this is chicken base. So it's a very good chicken base. It's like a paste, and it's a superb quality. So I like to use that in our dishes. We're using it as many dishes, not all, but when I can, I use it. And then we're gonna add to that our lemon juice. Already start smelling summer. And then we're gonna add to that our capers. Just gonna remove a little bit of the juice. And go. You want to drain your capers properly. What is capers? Funny looking little things. They're actually the bud of the fruit, the flower. So caper flower, it's like the bud that they remove. If you walk in street in old Italy, you'll see in the cracks some beautiful flowers, some beautiful plants, and on top of that, in the middle is the bud of the flower. That's what is the capers. We're gonna season with a little bit of salt and pepper. You gotta bring that to a simmer. There we go. And we gotta add to that, as usual, our slur, which is a water mixed with our starch, which in case is also potato starch. Use potato starch because I like it. I think we have too much corn everywhere, and more and more people try to get away from it. So a lot of our sauces are buying with potato starch. You know, just kind of raise the meat a little bit. And so we're starting to have a nice simmering here. So you gotta make sure my starch is nicely mixed. There we go. And now we can add our starch to this. Starch gonna help really also to have a good suspension, so to make sure we do have some capers in each single meal, and then also it binds it to finish the sauce. There you have it. We're gonna let it boil a couple of minutes, simmer, not hard boil, and we'll be ready to assemble our dish. Good. Our functional ingredients actually have activate. As you can see, we have a nice binding, nice suspension of the capers. Ends up being a beautiful sauce. Now we gotta dish up our chicken piccata. All right, so here we are. Nice grilled chicken breast with a piccata sauce. Serving with nice vegetables and also herb, red skin potato. Beautiful dish for the summer.